This is a picture which has been a long time coming. 75-year-old Marion and her daughter Karen have not been able to get this close to each other for almost a year. Last week, Karen was finally allowed a proper visit to her mum's care home.
When I first went in, she didn't believe, the carer said she doesn't believe you'll come in. So I went in, she just sort of looked at me, said Karen, I just went over and hugged her, was emotional. Hard to hold back the tears, I think I did cry a bit. Just gave her the biggest, tightest squeeze. It was nice, she was very confused. Trying to explain to her that she couldn't leave with me was hard and quite upsetting. And had to lie and say I was going to bring the car around to collect her. Quite upsetting to lie.
Marion has advanced dementia. Until now, Karen had only been able to communicate with her through doors and windows. But after returning a negative COVID test, she was allowed inside.
Obviously, it's something I've been fighting for. So many of us have been fighting for. So it was lovely to actually do that. It was nice, to actually hold her and be that close to her and spend nearly an hour with her. It was lovely. It's what I've been wanting to do all this time.
The future of care home visits may depend on an ongoing debate about the different sorts of tests. The government is recommending these rapid lateral flow swab tests, which produce a result in 30 minutes. But some experts have warned that this method might not be completely accurate, causing frustration for those battling for care home access.
After a very, very long fight, the government did change the guidance to enable visitors to go into care homes and see their loved ones on a negative lateral flow test. So we were elated about that, as you can imagine. What then followed was a shock to all of us as care providers, one by one, were being advised by their local authority not to trust the LFT tests because they weren't 100% accurate. We're now back in lockdown. Almost all visits have been banned. So right now, we are beside ourselves really with worry as to how long this is going to go on, because there's no plan again or end in sight, and how many more people will die as a result of loneliness and isolation through not having any family contact.
Karen was lucky enough to be given a PCR test, the sort used by care home staff, so she could visit her mum. But for most families, this won't be possible.
One visit's better than none. And I'm so appreciative that I was allowed to have that time with my mum. She needed it. But obviously now, because things have changed again, lockdown, I don't know if or when I'll be able to do that again. I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
For now, Karen and Marion must return to talking through the window and hoping they can hold each other again soon. Sam Blackledge, ITV News, Plymouth.